Let's go! Buonasera, buonasera, signorina. You know that song? It is time to say goodnight to Napoli. Though it's all for us to respond, buonasera, with that old moon above the Mediterranean Sea. In the morning, senorita will go walking, when the mountains and the sun come into sight. And by that little jewelry shop we'll stop and linger, while I buy a wedding ring for your finger. In the meantime, let me tell you that I love you. Buonasera, signorina, kiss me goodnight. Buonasera, signorina, kiss me goodnight. Okay, I just wanted to check the mic. I think it's working. Welcome, everybody. I'm just having a good time with y'all. And I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope you guys are healthy. We have, I gotta check, guys. We have the 10 in-depth questions are safe. We got them. And I've prepared some stuff for you guys. So I hope it all turns out well, but I think it will. With the camera switching and all, because that's how we do it on Zoom. You're going to see I'm going to switch to the camera. I got a different mic. I got two mics, actually. And we got to see if it works. And I hope you can bear with me. When we switch the camera and switch the mic, I got to first check if it's all working. So the in-depth questions are done. We're not taking any more in-depth questions. But for the rapid-fire questions, I have 7 more to go. And if anybody out there in the chat could help me out, I want to focus on the stream. And maybe somebody can just pick the questions and put a number on it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I can find them fast. And so that we're really, really safe. Guys, we're living in crazy times right now. Wow. And it just shows. It shows that I feel so incredibly blessed to do what I do. To focus on the online stuff, our online endeavors that we are engaging in. We're getting a lot of requests from all over the world now, and even some brand deals, or just some requests, and it's great. It's great times, and at the same time, I know that maybe not everybody's as beneficial as I am right now, or can benefit from the whole situation. I mean, I was working like a horse last year to really set up the online stuff and the academy, and I'm going to get to it in a bit. Got to wait for the questions and wait for more people to join in. But, I was aware that this is not going to go away soon, so I prepared last year. And now it seems like we can have a beautiful harvest and keep the business going, keep the lights on. That's important. And with the online world and with the support of you guys, I'm able to do what I do, giving you value, giving you love, sharing passion. And the funny thing, as I was, right now I'm doing all the packaging, improving the website, improving everything, sales wise and marketing wise. And there was one particular piece of the ad copy that I was writing. When you are doing a course, or when you are setting up something, and this is maybe goes out to some of you trainers out there, because it's actually beautiful to see that coaches and trainers are tuning in, and maybe I can help you out as well. So I was writing the ad copy, and the beautiful thing about the ad copy is that you gotta understand the pain points of your community and the people that are buying your stuff. So I was writing the ad copy, and there was something that really struck me. I'm addressing this one painful point that people are having, and I don't even have to make stuff up. It's the truth. For example, why do I believe that it makes sense for you guys to either hire a coach, or maybe if you are on a budget, hire or buy a workout course or a technique course like the one that we are working on right now? Why does it make sense? Because when people are, and that's what I was writing in the ad copy, and it struck me because it's true. When people are teaching kettlebells themselves through watching videos, and yes, some of you maybe have a great kinesthetic sense, but let me tell you, I had a great kinesthetic sense 2.5 years ago before I started with kettlebells. Because I have now, I think it's 11 years of training under my belt, 12 years of training under my belt. So when I started 2.5 years ago, I was watching videos as well. And so I was watching all these guys. I was watching how they do it. And then I started to teach myself. And when Steve Carter came up and taught me in his private seminar that we did in June 2019, I had to reprogram everything because I actually didn't know anything. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this, that's what I was writing in the ad copy. One of the biggest pain points that people are experiencing is they have to reprogram stuff when they teach it to themselves, when they visit a coach. And I'm not the only one saying this. The experts, the network of experts that I'm in, they're saying the same thing. We have to take a lot of time to reprogram people who taught the stuff on their own. Now, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to teach stuff on your own. I mean, YouTube is a beautiful place, and we actually want to serve your value with this and give you everything that you need that you can really move forward and enjoy kettlebells and discover its potential. However, when it comes to the more complex exercises and when it comes to the nitty-gritty and details, and you're like, wow, this kettlebell thing is not just a fluke or not just a trend, I want to go all in, then it makes sense to really buy a course or talk to a coach who can really help you. Because the reprogramming, as I was writing this ad copy, I was like, wow. And I even wrote it in the copy. I was like, the reprogramming thing, I'm not saying this, I'm not writing this to make sales. I'm writing it because it's the truth, the honest truth. So let's have a word from our sponsors before we really dig into the stuff. Stravo. My name is of no importance to you. Just know this. I sponsored today's video of Lebe. In the back you see my friend Igor. We are both hunting for good kettlebell channels. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Lebe YouTube channel. Or else, comrade, we can't consider you to be a true student of the art of kettlebell training. Igor in the building, baby. You know how we do it. You got to follow him, man. You got to follow him. Now, check this out, guys. Before we get it started, before I jump into the questions, 90 days of kettlebells. Now, we've sold over 100 courses in less than 6 months. Over 100 courses in less than 6 months. And I recently had a second podcast, and it's going to be on YouTube soon, with Brittany French-Ravendijk with FitBrit. And I told her, please, you got to get into the coaching game online, building courses and teaching courses. You got to get into it because we need more experts in this field. That's reason number one. Reason number two, I see that there is massive potential and that people are looking for something that really gives them value. We're getting great feedback from folks who have joined 90 Days of Kettlebells. We are really, really, really honored that we have been able to 100 courses sold plus 500 students who signed up for the academy. It's massive. So this started last year because of the pandemic, and I did everything in German. And when we switched to the English, you guys are killing it. You're crushing it. Now, a few news. Now, first of all, the upload schedule, that's old. Why is it still in there? Hey! Why is it still in there? You designed it, right? Well, I designed it. It's my fault. I want to give you a quick heads up on the Tactical Athlete project. You want me to show you to you? You want me to show this to you? Yeah, give me a sec. Give me a sec, guys. Give me a second. I want to show this to you. Man, we're just hanging out, right? We're just hanging out. I'm going to get to these questions. Don't worry. But when I go live, I always have a lot of stuff to share. And I love it. When we get to these questions, remember we have 7 more questions that we can take for the rapid fire stuff. And let me show you this first. So switching back. Check this out, man. Check this out, guys. This is my main man. Check this out. This is the project that I'm working on right now. Man, this is so awesome. We call it Tactical Kettlebell. Because we're actually, what he does right here is, let me show you. Is it the tactical getup? Did he show me the tactical getup? Yeah. I think he's now showing you guys the tactical getup. Boom. Yeah. Down. And hey, we designed this. Coming down, so he, boom, back up. I love this. This is our creation, guys, the tactical getup. Now, of course, for those who are familiar with Pavel Tsatsulin's book, Simple and Sinister, the tactical getup is actually in there. But I took this getup, redesigned it, repurposed it, and now it is an actual movement that this gentleman right here, who's from a local police force, is using for I think it's an athletic test or just a sports test that he's doing in Finland in the end of October. And we have this big project coming up with live ammo and stuff with kettlebells, and not in the gym, of course. But this is awesome, guys. Just showing you a quick peek. This is going to be crazy because the idea actually, here he's rocking some solid hard style swings, right? And then he's got to drop the weight after 5 swings, and then he got to put up the rifle and boom, 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 boom. It's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this, guys. I'm really honored to even be to do this. So this is the Tactical Athlete Project. We're calling it Tactical Getup. I think we got it at the end of October. Now, 90 days, we've switched it. You find the link in the description, guys. Listen, we're now only taking 10 courses per week. 10 new students per week. We already have more people on the waiting list than we can actually serve. The 90 Days of Kettlebells waiting list, you can join it right now. Check out the link in the description for 90 Days of Kettlebells. It's open, and you can the sale goes live on Sunday for 24 hours, 10 spots only. You got to be fast. We did it the first time last Sunday, and it went like this. Pop, 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 pop. And it's sold out. It's crazy. So join the waiting list if you want the workout course. And the round table, I'm setting it up right now. We already have 2 people who have come back with their suggestions. It's going to be awesome. We got Luka Kurcek, Steve Cotter, my sensei, Chandler Marchman, Cat's Kettlebell Dojo, and myself. And Brittany Van Schravendijk. 6 kettlebell legends on one podcast. It's the Kettlebell Avengers, guys. Yeah, like my man Jason said. And the Hybrid Style Masterclass, guys, this is the biggest project that I'm working on. I'm telling you guys, I'm so glad that I started working on this project a few weeks ago because it's becoming so massive. It's really, if I'm not careful, it's overwhelmingly massive, this project. Now, this is the old, check this out. I can't show it to you, but it's sitting at 12 chapters with one chapter having about 15 lessons. We're taking a look at fundamentals, theory, breathing, energy transfer. We're going to go deep into this. Physics, biomechanics, moment arms. Then all the lifts, I'm going to teach you in that hybrid style masterclass. I'm going to teach you the hybrid swing, the hard style swing, the kettlebell sports swing. I'm going to teach you the clean and press, the clean and jerk. I'm going to teach you the snatch. I'm going to teach you the press, the deadlift, the squat, the windmill, the Turkish get up. And I'm going to teach you all the doubles. All doubles. This is actually the first time I'm actually engaging in teaching doubles. This will be in this course. It's a massive project. But I really love it because you know why? I'm actually learning new stuff in this project. And what you are getting with the Hybrid Style Masterclass, oh man, as soon as it's live, I'm telling you, all the bonuses that are worth $358. You get a free shirt sent to you. I don't care whether you live in the Antarctica or I think they're delivering it with snowmobiles. And I don't care whether you're in this desert, whether delivering it on camels. I don't care. You're getting a shirt for free. You're getting a beautiful notepad with the LS logo on it for free so you can take notes like I do every time when I talk to these awesome folks. And hey, next to all that stuff with over 100 lessons, you know what is on there as well? I think she confirmed it. We got to see if we got to check it out and how we can set things up and take a look at the details. But when I had this conversation, the second conversation with Brittany van Schravendijk, she told me how she actually prepared a seminar on psychology for kettlebell sport athletes when they are on the pedestal, on the mat, and they got to perform. What happens with the psychology aspect? And she said she's built a seminar that takes about 30 minutes. I've asked her, I said, I'm going to pay you, Fitbrit, please, I need this seminar in this course. Guys, you know what my goal is? You know what my goal with the Hybrid Style Masterclass is? My goal is this thing to become my simple and sinister. Stark and sinister, or simple and stark, or whatever. That's what it's supposed to be. I want this to be the biggest library, course, technique, everything, theory, the biggest thing that has ever been produced in the kettlebell online world, online as a course. That's my goal. And if anybody out there sees something that is similar of this magnitude, you got to send it to me so I can see what they do and then maybe do some adjustments, because this, I guarantee you guys, the biggest project. If I've ever brought you any value, this will be it. If you choose to invest into Lebe Stark because you've gotten enough value and you're like, I need more, this will be it, guys. Link is also in the description. It is a waiting list. We have it's crazy, guys. We have over 70 people on the waiting list for the Hybrid Style Masterclass. Sign up right now. Release will be in October. I think I'm going to make it in October. It's taken so much work, but October is the goal. And when you are on that list, we're offering 20 students in the first week to engage with the course, because then you have this monstrous, massive course with over 100 lessons that it's still some fine tuning, and then I need feedback. Form checks. Guys, I gotta stop. It's gonna take me a whole hour to explain this thing. Okay, now we have 37 people in the chat. Thank you so much for joining. Let's jump into the questions. Okay, now what do we have here? Give me a second to switch. I written this down. So, in-depth question. Now, Jason, you said it's gonna be rapid fire, but I don't think that this question that you've asked would work as a rapid fire. So now I'm taking an in-depth, okay? So what I'm going to show you right now is Jason, YouTube Punk. Please give it up for my brother, YouTube Punk, in the chat. He's keeping it lit. He's always lit. He's always there. I think, Jason, you recently said, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to show up at your premiere because I was stuck in traffic. Brother, man, you're going all in. You're going all in. And I cannot tell you how appreciative I am of you supporting us. The way you do it, man, I love you, man. I love you. So, he asked, can you do a video on the world's greatest stretch? I'm going to do it right now. So, give me just a second. I have to check if the technique is working. Give me a second. Supporting us. See, that's how we do it, when you have a TV studio in your gym. But give me a second. I gotta hear if the audio is live. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me, guys. See, that's how I do it, When you engage with Lebe Stark, guys, you engage with quality, baby. And that's my thing. Nice and crisp audio quality. That's how we do our Zoom sessions, actually. And when we do our Zoom sessions, you know what happens? On the screen behind, this is where I have you, if you book a Zoom session with us, or the bigger seminar, I won't get into details, taking too long. But then, I'm beaming you up there, Scotty, so I can see you. Now, he was asking about the world's greatest stretch. Now, let me give you a quick demo. Now, the world's greatest stretch, I've actually tweaked it a little bit, because I've seen one iteration from functional movement systems from Gray Cook, but then I wanted to switch it up a little bit. So now I want to show you how it works. So the first thing that you do is you take a lunge forward. Now, if you are in that lunge, and that's one thing that I see beginners always do, is if you are in a lunge position, your leg behind you is supposed to be on its toes. It's not supposed to be like this, okay? This is not working. For example, if you even go into reverse lunges, always keep it on your toes, just as a side note. So one big lunge to the front, right? So my leg behind is on its toes. My hands, I'm now going to place my hands on the floor approximately on the level of my left foot. Now what happens, what many people do is they start flexing their spine. How can I improve this? Your left foot, you point it a little bit forward, and now can you see this? My hip opens up, right? I can bend my knees a little bit, and now I have more space. So what I actually love to do is either drop my elbow or go into the Spider-Man position. I love it. The Spider-Man position really opens up your hip. So now the second thing that I do, hand on my neck. Now we can rotate the T-spine and keeping the lower spine safe. And then once you're down, you come back up. You straighten your arm to the top, about to shut. And then you come back with your left hand, you point it down, and now you open up the other side. See? That's how you're able to rotate your T-spine and open it up. And then you shift your weight to your leg behind you. That's my invention actually, where you really want to go into your hammies. So you switch down and you try to go in a Shaolin pose, how I like to call it. Okay? Now I have good mobility and flexibility. Don't worry about it if you're not able to go down steep. Okay? Then you switch it, you bring your knee behind you to the front, you put it down, boom. And now your left foot, you point it outwards. And now we want to increase that stretch in the hip. Open it up again. But now what you can do, what I saw one of our clients do, which I thought, wow, that's a great idea, is what you can do is push your leg out so that you're on your the outside of your foot, and then really shift your weight a little bit. Don't go too heavy. On the foot and hips down. Now what that does is this whole section is getting a nice stretch while my hip is opening up. And then I do the whole thing on the other side. Okay? This is the world's greatest stretch. I really love this. Such a powerful exercise. Guys, let me know in the chat if you like these live demos. I actually did this once in German. But yeah, you know, that's what I do. That's when I teach, that's actually how I do it. You're just my virtual clients right now. So, switching back to the, all right, you should see me now again right here. Okay. So, that's the first question. Now, second question. Hi, thanks for doing this. I'm a kettlebell instructor teaching classes of 15 to 20 people. In your opinion, is the Turkish get-up a necessary exercise that the students should know? Very great question. I find that this is not the most enjoyable exercise, nor the most beginner-friendly exercise. I would have to break it into many small chunks, which takes a lot of time. Brother, you're asking such a great question, and I see that you understand the intricacies of being a coach, because out of this problem, this is where the necessity came from, to understand how to work with people, breaking it down with easy to understand exercises, simple ideas, and your concerns are 100% valid, because I can see it as well. So let me break this down. Now, first of all, if you are one person teaching 15 to 20 people, you have to, how's the English word? You have to really give up a lot of stuff, all right? I think there's an English idiom for this. You have to really cut it down to the easiest part possible, because you have only 2 eyes and you got to watch 20 people. It's almost impossible. It's one of the reasons why I only offer small groups, maximum of 6 people when we do workouts. But that's probably not something that you can change. But if you can change, brother, then let me tell you, it's maybe a better way to bring it down to, so like 5 to 6 people, have less people in the room that get more coaching from you, and you can charge more money for it, and you'll probably have greater success with it. So that's the first part. Now the second part, is the Turkish get-up a necessary exercise? Now, I believe it's one of the most powerful exercise. Yet at the same time, it is one of the most difficult. So you really got it right there. I have broken the Turkish get up down into 20 phases. 20 phases. So while I believe it is powerful, and while I believe that once a student or a trainee really progresses and wants to get most bang for their buck, for example, one of our clients, she's a mother, she's now doing, we call it a simple and sinister Stark style, because it is 2 minutes of swing, 3 Turkish get up left, 3 Turkish get up right. That's one session, that's one round, then she takes a break and she does 4 rounds. One of the greatest combos is swings and Turkish get up. So I don't think it is necessary if you're working with 15 to 20 people, because space is another problem. If you have 20 people laying on their backs and then starting to move around, we actually saw this. We had to have the whole gym, I think it was 15 people. But I took my time. It was a police, the local law enforcement school, they invited us to teach them the kettlebell. And then we had our time. We took a full day seminar. But in your case, you probably don't have a lot of time in that case. So you got to bring it down, break it down. Well, I believe it is an enjoyable exercise. It is not beginner friendly. You know, people don't, it takes a lot of time in coaching. So how you could do it, brother, if I can give you a suggestion is, I don't know how much authority you have as a coach, if it is your own gym or if you are employed. But what I would do is tell clients and say, listen, guys, the next session, we're going to take a technique session, okay? And I'm taking 10 people, just if that's possible. I'm taking 10 people for a technique session. So next time when you guys show up, we're taking a look at one exercise. And then you break down a Turkish get up for 10 people. So then people, when they show up, they know what they can expect. And guarantee you, brother, people will get a sweat on. They will start sweating when they start learning the exercise. The brain takes a lot of energy. And even just, going through the exercise without weights will take a lot of effort. So then you can say, okay, you will get some form of a workout in, but it's more practice. So then I will break it down and tell them we're going to learn this. And then maybe you can take the second part of your big group, if that's possible, if you have reoccurring folks who are showing up, the next group, and now we're going to take a look at a Turkish get up. Or you break it down and say, okay, I'm doing the half Turkish get up, learning with you guys just to get up and get down. And then you pick another exercise that they're good at. For example, let's say a deadlift. And then you combine the deadlift with a half Turkish get up and make it your workout. Okay, so that's my feedback. I hope that helps. Number 3, for a male beginner, you recommend starting with a 12 kilo or 16 kilo kettlebell. And why? Now the reason, let me switch back. Now why am I actually recommending a 12 kilogram kettlebell? The reason is pretty simple. It's first of all based on experience that I had with clients who really, most men pick up the 12 when they start lifting. And the reason, I had a conversation with Kat's Kettlebell Dojo. The reason why I believe 12 kilo is because that's why I consider it kind of the hybrid style, is I want you to get one weight that you can do everything with. Now, of course, a 12 kilo deadlift is light, but anything overhead is heavy. So you can tweak the exercise with the weight to make it more intense, for example. So the reason why I think, first of all, it's experience, and second of all, I've heard other experts as well say the same thing. They're like, 12 kilo is a great weight for men to start training. Now, even if you're strong and you're fit, you know what you want to learn, and that's what I've learned this from Steve Cotter, my sensei. And that's the biomechanical efficiency of kettlebell training, is you want to learn to handle the weights. Så alles gut, Schatz? Huh? Alles gut? Okay. So, he gotta take him out. So, gotta take him for a walk soon. So, bear with me. Now, he said, if you are working with biomechanical efficiency, the idea is to move your body, and especially in the sagittal plane, as natural as possible while loading your frame. That's what the kettlebell does. A dumbbell cannot do this and a barbell cannot do this because you have to use grip, right? You got to grip the weight. Now, let me just, all right, it's working. So, what does it mean? The reason why I think a 12 kilo is suited for you if you're starting out is because you want to learn this. Now watch me what I do. Actually, what I do now is just watch me with the kettlebell, okay? I'm doing this. Natural movements, right? Natural movements. So if you pick up too heavy weights, you will never get that vibe of not wanting to grab the kettlebell and hold on to it for dear life. Okay? As soon as it's a 20 or a 24, even if you're strong, you start gripping it because gravity is increasing, right? You're like, oh! And then you won't get that vibe. And then when you progress, let me show it to you with the 24. And I'm not warmed up, so just doing a quick reps, right? Few reps for you. So you're gonna watch me do the same thing with the 24, even though it's heavier, right? Watch me do it. Oh! So you see, it's the same thing, right? So I'm moving this with this biomechanical efficiency, even with the heavier weights. And I'm a little bit tired because what? On lunch break, I was really going in. But you see, it's the same idea. And that's why I think lighter weights serve best. And if you're really, really strong and really athletically gifted, maybe a 16 kilo works as well. Okay? Gypsy, lycka. Put the shots. So, let's keep going. Gregory, thanks for doing this. Can you recommend some mobility drills to get a strong overhead squat, specifically a SOTS press? The SOTS press is right. It's the press where you are in the squat position and then you press it from the rest position down in the squat, right, with a barbell. Now I don't know how to properly do a SOTS press with a barbell, and I actually never tried to. I just do an overhead squat, so I never went down and went back up. That's actually what my sensei Steve Carter is doing. But with the drills, I've taken some notes. So let me help you with this. Gotta bust out my notes. Bust them out. And going back again. That's awesome, man. Technology. Isn't it beautiful? Now, a couple of mobility drills that I would recommend. And I had this great conversation with Brittany Van Stravendijk with FitBrit. And it was about the structure of your pelvis. Now, there's a great article from the ptdc.com where they talk about how certain pelvises or certain hips are not built to go down into a deep squat or even overhead squat or front squats because they're not built for it. You can mobilize and stretch everything however you want it. You won't be able to reach that level. And then FitBrit kind of pushed back on this notion a little bit. She said, well, I believe you're right, but still it's nuanced. I believe you can do a lot with mobility. So I'm the kind of dude who's more like, hey, if your body doesn't feel like it, maybe it's not made for you, but you can do. I mean, if you listen to Squat University, Dr. Aaron Horschig, he's the mobility king. So what I know is just some basics. So let me teach you them. So the first thing that I saw, and I saw this from Squat University, is the ankle drill, right? So how he actually does it is he goes down into a half kneeling open position, and then I think he has the weight on this side, and then he starts leaning forward, okay? So what you want to do is actually increase the mobility in your ankle joint. That's the idea. And I think he had it somehow like this. But I felt like doesn't feel quite right to me, because if you have a competition kettlebell, I'll go down, it's already on the floor. Now I have a 12 kilo and you got to be careful, and I'm very, very mobile in my joint. So what I tried was the following. I put the bell on my quads, right? So now I have additional weight, and now this works way better. Okay. Now I can use additional weight. You got to be careful, but you can use additional weight now. I actually think I got to do a video about it because it feels so good. I actually tried this a couple of times and it felt awesome. So half kneeling open position, right? Kettlebells on your quads. Don't use a heavy one, and be careful if you're not very mobile in your ankle joint. You might want to just do it without weights. But with the weights, I really feel it, and it feels awesome. Really feels nice. Keeping my toes on the ground. Don't come up. You want to stay down with your toes. So that's the first thing that I would do. Maybe work on that ankle. So the second thing that I would do is work on your quads, your inner quads, your thighs. How can you work on this? Because when you take a look at the biomechanical reality of a front squat, you want to make sure that your knees is out, chest is up, right? So that's what I have to do. And if you want to push your knees out and your legs out, especially if you have a long femur, right? It's the upper bone, right? Of your quad, of your leg. If you have long femur, long legs, especially the femur, then you gotta stand even further width apart, okay? So that's, for example, we have one of our clients, he's this tall, and he's not able to go down into a proper deep front squat. The reason why is he had something with his hips, but just another thing. So maybe there's a limitation right there. So what you want to do is, what I like to do is I go down into a back squat, right? You have to understand the difference, the biomechanical difference of a back and a front squat. So I'm going down, I'm pushing my hips back. Now I try to really, elbows go into my thighs, and then I'm pressing them outwards. Really giving them a good stretch. And another thing that you can do if you're solid with your squatting is just squat. Do a typical back squat. And really, when you're in the bottom position, you really want to go as steep as possible. Make sure you don't butt wing too hard. If you're able to do it, go down as far as you can, and that alone will give your quads, your inner thighs, a good stretch. Right? So the number 3 is back opening. I mean, I got to do a video about this. Now, the back opening, the first thing that you want to do is just understand that if you want to have a proper overhead squat, is you cannot walk around like this. Okay? If you walk around like this, tight up here, you got to open stuff up. And how I like to do it is, I got this from Pavel, is I put my arms into the Y position, and then I just try to reach back, reach back, reach back. Don't start bending. Reach back, and then you let it loose. Okay? One great way. Another way that I saw was from Jeff Cavalier. Prone on the floor. Now take your left arm, rotate it to the side. Keep your left leg in that case, because I'm using my left arm as a counterbalance weight, and then you let your arm hang. You let it hang. That's what happens. And if you let your arm hang, the weight of your arm will give your chest a nice stretch. Okay? That's how I would do it. So that way you can really open up your upper body. Okay? So we got the ankle, we got the hip, we got the back. And now, I love the stick man. The stick man. Opening up the shoulders. And one of the greatest exercises that two exercises actually I've seen from Denis Vasilev, I love them. The first one is where you grab a stick, right? And then you put them over your head, and you keep your arms extended and you go as far back as you can. Okay? That way we want to improve your range of motion of your shoulder. Okay? And then I got this from Angie. You see, communal learning, taking everything in from all the great folks that I'm with, is switch the grip on the stick and now bring it up forward. Internal rotation. Coming back. And don't go too far. If you're not able to go too far, you're fine. And then the last one is rotation. Rotating. Down. Up, where you really have the stick extended and you really want to do full circumduction, I think it's called in English, to really get that mobility and the range of motion in your shoulder. And one great thing also could be club bells. We're going to talk about it in a second. That can really loosen up those joints. Because your joints need to be mobile and they need to be lubricated, right? And then, when you feel warm and ready, you can just start trying, all right? You got to be, you see how far, I have pretty long tibias, right? So you see how far out I have to be, okay? And I really feel, it even feels better now because I did these drills. It even feels better now, it's awesome. So here I'm upright, I'm vertical, right? Wow. And then that's the salts press, right? Where you go down and up. Yep, with the barbell, another story. So, it's awesome, guys. Man, I'm really loving this. Really loving this. Coming back to you guys. So, before we continue, I'm actually seeing that this takes... You know, I'm always telling myself, I'm like, okay, 1 hour only. It's impossible.
Stravo, my name is of no importance to you. Just know this. I sponsored today's video of Lebe. In the back you see my friend Igor. We are both hunting for good kettlebell channels. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Lebe YouTube channel. Or else, comrade, we can't consider you to be a true student of the art of kettlebell training.
Guys, I'm at number 5. You know why, Jason, you came up with that idea, right, with the rapid fire. I'm just gonna check the chat real quick because this is impossible. But you know, we learn as we go. We learn as we go. Did we get some comments? Got some comments. Well, guys, it's impossible. Oh, yeah, and I love how you guys are so. Give me a second. Man, guys, you have so awesome questions. Now, I love you guys. You're all in. And dang, mobility level 9,000. Took me some time to get there, right? So it's all about technique. But let's keep going, guys. Hey, let me know in the chat. Did we get some more questions, some more rapid fire questions? Jason, can you just, you're all in the chat. Jason, can you please, if you're in right now, condense those 7 questions? Did we get some 7 rapid fire questions? Because if not, then I'm going to just do the in-depth versions, then got to take a break or we're then done, okay? So Jason, please help me out, brother. Please help me out. Much appreciated. So let me keep going. It's hard for me, man. We need mods. I need mods, man. So, another question, if you don't mind. Can you recommend chest exercises other than the lying single or double arm chest press? Thank you. Well, let's go back to... Yes, I can actually recommend some. But always think about it, guys. You know, chest exercises... I do understand that you want to treat get all your muscles work, but if you're just doing snatches, cleans, and presses, your chest is working as well. So don't think that you're lagging on the chest. You know, it's completely different, and I probably get it where you're coming from. When you have this typical bodybuilding mindset where you got to hit every muscle group, with the kettlebell, it's totally different. Nonetheless, there are a few exercises. Now, first one is actually probably that you maybe not even thought about is a clean. Because when you bring the weight up and you bring your elbow in, all right, down, in, down, in. It's not a lot of work, yes, but still, your chest is doing mostly some static work, right? So you bring it up, and that's where the chest is activated, right? So every time you clean the weights, all right? Every time you clean it and you rack it and you hold it, you can just do it without a bell. Elbows in, arms tight. You should feel some tension in your chest. Okay? That's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, of course, is to get up, right? Because when you are in the get up, shoulder chest is working a lot. And then, especially down here, right? Down, boom. With this phase bomb. Keeping it under tension, of course, it's kind of like a single-handed chest press. But that's what it does as well. And then we have, I like them, renegades, guys. Renegades. Check this out. Renegades, right? I really like them. Because depending on your mobility, you can really go down, 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 down. Really get a nice stretch in your chest. But always be careful, right? If you have a delicate shoulder, don't go too deep. And then the last one, of course, and I think that's one of the questions as well, is, guys, don't make it too complicated. Some calisthenic stuff, for example, squats and push-ups, dips, pull-ups, they always find space in a great kettlebell workout. Okay? So don't think like, okay, I gotta do a chest workout with the kettlebell. Maybe just, you do your workout, you clean your snatches, your presses, or whatever, your squats. And then when you're done, you're like, okay, let's get ready, I'm gonna do 50 push-ups. 5 sets of 10. And you're good. Okay. Ipsy's now relaxing. He's almost falling asleep. You know, sometimes he's so nervous, and then I'm like, oof. I gotta take him outside.
Stravo. My name.
Oh, sorry. Igor was too fast. Wasn't Igor's spot right now. So let's keep going. Number 6, should I be doing active recovery and shoot for a 5th day straight? We actually get this question a lot. Sometimes you guys are so incredibly into it and so motivated and enthusiastically training that maybe you're missing out on the recovery. What I would do is really build your recovery. Especially if you're younger, you probably don't feel it. And if you love training, I do understand. Yet at the same time, I just had this conversation with Fitbrit. So awesome how I can always come back to these great conversations that I'm having with these awesome experts and folks. She said, probably most of the stuff that we do for performance or muscle gain or training or, you know, reaching a certain goal, probably most of it can get done with less volume. But we always have the feeling that we need to work out. We got to do it. And let me share a quick story. Now, we do 4 workouts per week. All right. So Monday's the heavy one, where we go all in with kettlebells. Then Wednesday, now for me, it's new. Angel's still rocking the kettlebell. But for me, in this training cycle that I'm in, I'm doing barbell squats, dips, and pull-ups, and then kettlebell work. Always staying in that 30-minute bracket. I don't want to go too intense with time here. Then today was Friday. That's why my press looked a little off in that last one. Because we were doing jerks. Well, now feel it. Jerks, deadlifts, and long cycle. And we have reduced the volume of doubles. And I feel way better. Way better. Recovery is way better. And tomorrow it's simple and sinister. That's 17 minutes of work. So it's 10 minutes. We do 100 swings, 100 hard style swings in 10 minutes. So 10 sets of 10 EMOM. And then about 7 to 8 minutes, it's the Turkish get up, 10 reps, 5 left, 5 right, and we're done. So volume, guys, don't destroy yourselves. Don't destroy yourselves. Maybe it's not that answer that you were looking for, but maybe the answer that you need, brother. Sometimes we're just, always working out, always exercising. Recovery is so important. What is that weight hammer you're using? Yeah, somebody asked this. Let me show you. Now, guys, please, I'm not a professional with the mace, all right? We always get these questions. I'm like, why are you guys asking me all these questions when sometimes I'm picking up something that is clearly not my métier, that I'm just using because I like it and I'm not a professional at it. And people are like, you gotta do a workout, blah, blah, blah. And maybe that's where that stuff gets started, where I sometimes react to it. When professionals feel under pressure, in parentheses, to do a workout because the community is asking. And let me tell you, my friends, while I love you, I always know where is my specialty, and that is the kettlebell. Yes, I've been working for 12 years on machines and dumbbells and barbells, but my specialty now, going all in, is kettlebells. So the hammer. And guys, there's only one exercise that I do with the mace. Only one. Because it's such a great shoulder exercise and opening it up. I'm not saying, if anybody out there is saying, well, mace is all in, I love it, it's the best thing, go ahead and do it. In my case, I just do one exercise. And that's the one I'm doing. And I'm not even using a heavy one. I think this one's 5 or 6 kilo. I just love it because it activates my shoulder in a way that I really enjoy. First of all, it's great for my joints, and why I love and do mace and club bell stuff, while it's only 2 exercises, I love working in the frontal plane. You see a lot of people working with kettlebells outside and lateral. And I'm just, in my opinion, and I'm having Dr. Stu McGill on the pod soon, so I'm gonna ask him, is outside can be a little bit problematic for the shoulder, for the spine. But if I do frontal plane stuff with dumbbells or with club bells or maces, I think I'm safe. So, what do you got? Should I stay right here? Great video. Do you mind sharing which wedge you're using? Yep. And let me tell you this, guys. Another great idea, because we actually talked about the overhead squat, right? So let me share this one bit for you. If you're having trouble with the overhead squat and you're having trouble with your mobility, let me show you. Most people are doing fine when they just stand a little bit elevated. Because that way, all right, your ankles they do less work. They don't have to flex as much, right? The tibia, as you can see, the tibia is almost, not almost, maybe more vertical. But watch me go down. I can already feel tension, and I'm pretty mobile, but I feel the tension in my ankle joint. So as soon as I go up, all right, I can sit here all day. So a wedge is great if you want to work your overhead squat, or just a front squat or goblet squat, while maybe lacking the necessary ankle mobility. Yeah, I think that's it with my stuff right here. Let's go back. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Let me know in the chat. I will check out the chat in a few seconds, but let me know if you enjoy this back and forth.
I just love walking.
So, number 9, Gregory, are there any different fitness athletic disciplines or skills that you do not currently practice, but are excited about and want to try in the future? One exercise only, and that was the muscle up. And I remember, I think 10 years ago, I've learned the muscle up. And I was able to do it, and I felt like $1 million, man. I felt like, wow, now I can impress all the ladies in the gym. I remember. And then when we were outside training, I was like, wow, let's try it again. And I was just almost there, but I was like, nah. But the muscle up, that was something that I was standing in front of the bar because I love pull-ups. And I was like, maybe. Just shot through my mind. And now you guys are like, hey, which skill is the one that you would practice? And yeah, it is the muscle up. But what I right now currently focus on is just my squats, going back into deadlifting, doing heavy dips, and heavy pull-ups. That's something that I want to focus on now. Always on Wednesday, the heavy grinds. And yeah, I want to improve with the mace a little bit. You know, the feeling with the mace. And the club bell, I just do I don't even know, the cast, right? The cast, the outside ones. Yeah, which I really enjoy. Number 10, I just lost my job. Oof. I'm really sorry, brother. And can't afford a trainer. What are some good cheap resources I can learn proper technique with? Much appreciated. Do so much for the community. Respect. Thank you, brother. Let me share one thing right now in the chat. This is the free trial, 14-day free trial for 90 days of kettlebells. Let me share this with you guys. There you go. So that's for my brother right here, but everybody can sign up. It's free. It's a free workout course. 14 days where you can try out 90 days of kettlebells, right? This is for free. You can sign up if you want to. The second thing is, if you check out my description of the video, you can see that I'm having a workout guide, right? It's called Workout Guide, free workout guide. Let me see if I can put it in the chat for you, man. Wait a second. Here we are. This is the free kettlebell workout. Coming back, you guys, boom. And yeah, that's it. And our YouTube channel. And there's other great coaches as well on YouTube. But I understand about your dilemma right now. And if I may give you an advice, what I would do is do not I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you just my recommendation. Try following easy exercises. I just had a conversation with one of our clients yesterday, and we were talking about shooting, right? Shooting a gun. And he's teaching other people to handle guns, right? So he said, people always want to do fancy stuff with it, but you got to understand the basics. So it's the same thing with kettlebells. If you don't have the money to invest into a proper coach or proper coaching, then try the easy ones. The deadlift, a double-handed press, and, for example, air squats. No goblet squat, air squats. Just do the basics. And then when you get a job, you're back on your feet again. Maybe you put some money to the side, and then you can book a session or book a great course from somebody that you trust, and then engage into some more complicated exercises. But really, guys, when maybe you guys be like, well, you just say to make money, but I'm not saying this. I'm saying it because it's true. Like I said in the beginning, a proper coach is a shortcut to bypass a steep learning curve and frustration. I'm saying this again. A good coach is a shortcut to bypass a steep learning curve and frustration. That's what it is. Trust the process, guys. So, rapid fire. Number 1. Hey, Jason, are you still in? My brother Jason, where you at? Chuck had a question. Chuck had a question. Jason, you be like, Chuck. So many comments in the chat like, who's Chuck? I love you, brother, man. Rapid fire. I'm just going through these quick, right? Number 1, can you interview Mark Waldman for a podcast? He'd make a great addition to your Roundtable Kettlebell Avengers lineup. Yes, of course. I'm always open to talk to anybody who's willing to talk to me. Number 2, hi, tips, suggestions for combining gymnastic rings, calisthenics, and kettlebells and workout. Gymnastic rings, I'm not a professional with gymnastic rings, but we have just proven before what is always a great thing to do is combine kettlebells with calisthenics, push-ups, squats, swings, for example. And somebody asked this, but nah, I'm taking the questions down from the chat, right? I'm taking the questions. Taking some, I like this. Hey, Robin, guys, if your question, you got to do it like Robin Negos did it. Rapid fire question in caps lock, in all caps, and then you ask your question. All right. But let me jump back and scan to the chat real quick. Let me do this. Let's see if I see all the questions right here. Scrolling to the top. You guys are still rocking. Okay. Commenting. I'm just going through, right? Going fast. Commenting is dangerous. My brother, he's always in the chat. Thank you, man. I do a full workout 3 times per week. It has changed my life. That's awesome, man. Gregory hitting us with that scissor reel. Would you ever make a specific kettlebell program geared toward MMA? Narek, I've already done one. Check out, I think type in MMA, Lebe kettlebell, and you should find it. Multilingual hustle. That's what's up, Brian. That's how we do it. Happy Friday. Wishing you happy Friday as well. Pew pew. I have no time to stay. I just want to say thank you for your training videos. Thank you, brother. Awesome. Hard to label rapid fire questions since I don't know which questions got picked as in-depth questions. Yeah, man. We're going to improve, Jason. We'll get there. You got to help me out. I have terrible body awareness. I need mirrors in the third party. Yep. Terrible body awareness. It gets better. The kinesthetic sense is something that people need improvement on. With mirrors, great. And with maybe a coach who can help you. But a mirror can really help you out. You really got to save the information into your brain and really store it so you feel what a straight back is supposed to feel like. Chuck, use a phone, record your lifts. Oh, yes. Great stuff, Chuck. That's actually what I always tell clients. We always say, guys, you got to film yourself. Film yourself. Do it and then rewatch it. And please, don't care what other people think. 2 things if you do it in the gym. Don't do it in the gym if you have a large crowd behind you, or if you have 2 folks be like very in close proximity. Don't do it. Set the cam up and film yourself. And if somebody's in the picture, why not walk up to them? Be like, hey, I want to film something. Is that okay for you? Just for my purposes. Always talk to people. That's what I see. I haven't been in a commercial gym in a long time. But I see this so many times. People do stuff, but they don't ask. It's like, hey, is the bench? Are you done with the bench? No, I got to do 10 more sets. Okay. Growing up doing martial arts helped me develop a good kinesthetic sense. That's awesome. Safe kettlebell training for 70-year-old men with arthritis in hands, please. Tend to stick with chest press, rows, deadlift, swing, squat with 16. Well, a chest press, how does the chest press feel in the hands? It's maybe a little bit tricky. Row is awesome. Deadlift is awesome. Swing is awesome. And really, learn the hand insertion with the kettlebell so that it really sticks really deep into your hand. We got a video on it. And then maybe try some overhead presses, see how they feel. And actually, it might sound crazy, but one of our clients had some problem with the elbows, tendonitis a little bit, and he's doing great with push-ups. Okay, so that would be maybe an idea that you can try. Kiss, keep it simple and sinister. That's what's up. Is there any added benefits of doing a full snatch over a half snatch? I find I have a better catch from a rack position to save my hands, but I'm missing out on anything benefit-wise. I'm missing out on. Yes, if you have a full snatch from the top down, the velocity increases. So there's more tension in your quads because they get a little bit more stretch because it's more ballistic. You have more ballistic power behind when you drop the weight from the top. And you can probably maneuver more heavier weights. That's what I see when I do a half snatch with a 24. I really got to hustle a little bit more, but then I want to focus on hustling a little bit more, doing more of a muscle snatch. And so the benefit will be added velocity if you drop it down, and more stretch in your quads, and then of course more tension and more. It's like the stretch reflex probably a little bit greater, more contraction going on. So these are the benefits. But let me tell you, we are now incorporating power half snatches for beginners, and I recommend everybody who wants to learn to snatch power half snatches, where the kettlebell's down and you just start to learn to pull it up and start to really get into the overhead top fixation where the thumb's pointing back, biceps close to the ear, and learn the hand insertion. So, what's a change you'd make to average kettlebell training to make it better? Chuck, put in the reps, technique-wise, put in the reps. Talk to good coaches, get the best information possible. And yeah, sometimes this was critiqued on our channel. You're going way too much into detail. But I love going into detail because in the detail is actually those secrets that let you progress and where the lift looks to a level where there's almost perfection. I believe attention to detail is very important when it's all about technique, how you want to improve your technique. That's one thing. And so the second thing would be if you want to get improve your kettlebell game, do the big lifts. The big lifts. Deadlift, squat, press, or push-ups. Really improve on those. Get your strength up. And then you will, of course, perform better with the kettlebell. Shirt swag. Yeah, that's what's up, brother. Your passion is infectious, and I think it's awesome. Thank you, man. The Kettlebell Bible. Oh, that would be a great name for the Hybrid Style Masterclass. The Kettlebell Bible. Oh, I got to think about it. The Stark Method. Yeah, you know, guys, the reason why I call it Hybrid Style, guys, is it's very easy. I'm not the first one to do it. I'm just the guy who's picking it apart. The first one to do it, in my opinion, was Steve Cotter. That's why I don't call it the Stark Method or the Stark Style, even though I wanted to. I wanted to call it the Stark Style Masterclass, but it's not the Stark Style. Yes, we have some things where I could call it the Stark Style, for example, a workout methodology. But when it comes to the idea, and we had this conversation with Fitbrit, and she said the same thing, it's more kind of like a hybrid idea. This is where it comes from, because I want to respect the folks who went before me. Okay, so I don't think I would do the guys who reformed kettlebell training in the 2000s, do them any justice if I will come up and say that's the Stark Style. I think Steve Cotter's the original hybrid. So gotta go fast, man. Gotta go fast. Yeah, the dog. Yeah, I know Gypsy. He's rocking, man. So, tried the Turkish NFL. Gotta work the mechanics out. Lebe stock to the rescue. Let's see. Do we have, man? You guys. I love you guys, man. Give me a few seconds. Go YouTube. Yeah, you was rock. Yeah, awesome. From Roman. Thank you, Jason. I didn't catch it. I'm telling you to do a job and then I don't catch it. Man, I'm Thank you, brother. It's the grip he employs, a hook grip. Brian, the grip that I use in the clean and in the snatch, I'm gonna demonstrate it to you. And then we gotta wrap it up. Okay, gotta wrap it up. 1.5 hours, 10 minutes. I'll be on for 10 more minutes and then we're done, right? So, first of all, make sure hands free, all right? Nothing's on your wrist, nothing's on your fingers. And then, let me show you. I gotta show you two very close to the camera. Now, this is a hook grip. This is a hook grip. Do not confuse it with the hook grip from barbell training. That's not the same thing. Completely different. Hook grip means, we talked about it earlier, biomechanical efficiency. You want to load your frame with the kettlebell without you having to hold on to the weight. Okay? Say it again. You want to load your frame, your body, your skeleton with weights without holding on to it. So the idea is, first of all, you got to understand what a finger grip is. And now I actually came up with this definition and I'm using it. I don't care. This is the handle. This is the bell. This is the first arc. This is the second arc. If you place the kettlebell in front of you like this, arc number 1, arc number 2. I was always missing these descriptions when I was teaching stuff. Now I got them, okay? Now, your pinky connects with arc number 1, okay? Your first arc. That's where the pinky connects, keeping it in a finger grip. And then, when you switch it up into the hook grip, that space between your index and thumb connects with the second arc, okay? So that's what it looks like. And then you pull it close. That's how you rack it. So the next progression would be, and yeah, do it automatically. I like to use the thumbs back, right? Thumbs back means and if you have tendinitis in your elbows, only do thumbs back. That's the experience from our clients now. Tendinitis, anything's firing up in your elbow, always go thumbs back. Okay? Dropping it. The harder thing about the thumbs back is when you come up, you got to actually rotate your wrist and then rack it. So hand insertion, going deep into to the kettlebell, and that's a proper hook grip. So guys, taking a few more questions, then we're done. Man, I love this. I love this, and I love you guys. So let me have Igor on real quick while I check the questions.
Stravo, my name is of no importance to you. Just know this. I sponsored today's video of Lebe. In the back you see my friend Igor. We are both hunting for good kettlebell channels. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Lebe YouTube channel. Or else, comrade, we can't consider you to be a true student of the art of kettlebell training.
Okay guys, now these last questions, they are overseeable, and then we're gonna wrap this up. A great question from Abdurazakov Shamil. Was that right? Abdurazakov Shamil? Could you tell why all kettlebell athletes do not have muscles without extra training? Brother, one of the reasons why I think hardstyle is necessary, I'm saying it right now. Most kettlebell sport athletes, yes, they're lean, but they don't pack a lot of muscle. Now, of course, the kettlebell is not designed to pack on a lot of muscle, like bodybuilding, okay, in that sense. But it does pack on muscle. I love my back, right? My back definition, I love it. My body in general, I love it. When I got to pump with the dips and the squats and the deadlifts and the pull-ups, I still love how it looks. And you got to imagine I have 10 years plus of strength, typical bodybuilding training under my belt. So why is it? It is because kettlebell sport is geared toward efficiency. And it is because kettlebell sport uses and benefits from the law of inertia. The law of inertia makes weights weightless, so to speak. And because you are in a very high rep range, you always work with kettlebells to make them as efficient as possible and make them as weightless as possible. And that's why, that's one thing that perplexed me as well. You see these skinny dudes lifting those 32s. Now, of course, these guys are strong, okay? Because big doesn't necessarily mean strong, right? I got this from Chandler Marchman. But you have to understand that if everything is geared toward efficiency, you do never use, for example, the phase of relaxation and the word just left me. Contraction, relaxation, and eccentric, and man, you gotta help me out, guys. Opposite. Wait, guys. Wait. I can't believe it. That's when I'm on for so long. Hey, where is it? Am I stupid now? All right, you're contracting the muscle. Hey, concentric. It took me some time. Now, the eccentric is lowering the weights, right? And where the muscle elongates. Now, in kettlebell sport, and this is actually an important rule when it comes to hypertrophy and building muscle, to focus that you're using some kind of a slower eccentric phase. So that's one thing that is probably completely missing in kettlebell training, in kettlebell sport. Now, with hardstyle, you also don't have a lot of, when I just envision the hardstyle swing right now, you don't have a lot of eccentric going on, especially, well, in the hamstrings, of course, but with your upper body, not. But you're keeping it tight, so the tension is increased. You have a lot more tension, so you work more explosively. So that's one of the reasons why I believe hardstyle is better geared towards building muscle. That's why I love to combine these two. Because the endurance aspect, the power endurance that you get from kettlebell sport, the Russian way, and then you can mix it up with the hybrid way, then you have everything at the same time. But that's one of the reasons, geared toward efficiency, right? So, how to incorporate warm-up and cool-down in shorter workouts? Well, with the warm-up, go for a walk, or do some slow jogging, or do just scroll back in the video and do the world's greatest stretch, one of the greatest warm-ups that I believe exists, just to really lubricate the joints and get ready for the workout. And cool down, sometimes I just like to lay on the floor, on the back, arms open, give the lungs enough space to breathe, and you're done. Don't make it too complicated. Tried the overhead squat, didn't go so well. My favorite exercise? Probably the snatch. I mean, guys, I don't like the long cycle. Long cycle with doubles because it's demanding so much from me. Technique demands so much. Found the video awesome. I can never seem to get a proper hand position. Just takes time. And coaching. To really reps, coaching, proper information, and then put in the reps. Strong with shoulder mobility from AC joint dislocations, playing rugby. Any tips to improve shoulder mobility so I can do overhead squats and windmills? And guys, probably that's more a question that is sometimes you guys are asking questions that are geared towards rehabilitation. For example, if you've dislocated your shoulder and you're playing rugby, maybe your physiotherapist can give you a better recipe on how to increase your shoulder mobility. Other than that, maybe scroll back a little bit in the video. I like to do stuff with the stick. That's something that you can have that maybe gives you some value. Single hand swings, your thoughts? I love them. I love single hand swings. You know why? Because your back, your lats do a lot more work. It's only one weight, one arm, and the unilateral aspect of it, of course. I love it. It's probably 2 a.m. No, it's not 2 a.m. It's 9:30 p.m. in Switzerland, Central Eastern Standard Time. Rapid fire. Is there any exercise to improve fast twitch in the calves? Ooh. Maybe jump squats, maybe. Jump squats and, heavy swings. Really heavy hardstyle swings. Maybe. That would be my guess. Rapid fire. Oh, guys, you're doing it. Awesome. Rapid fire question. What time intervals do you start novices for your timed sets? The time intervals are always the same, Parker. It's always 2 minutes, but with a lot of breaks. A lot of breaks. Giving our clients enough room to breathe, enough room to relax. But the time sets are always the same, because another great thing about those timed sets is they give me a sort of a sense on how long the session is, or how long the session is and where we're at. And what we always hear from clients is the aerodynamic vibe. When everything's timed and everything's, always on the roll and people are always moving, then time moves really fast. But a lot of breaks and, of course, easy weights and easy exercises. Then we have... Hey! Funk Roberts! What up? Funk Roberts in the chat, my man! My brother, what's going on? Hey, awesome, Funk. What's going on, man? Hey, Funk, please do me a favor. I want to have you on my podcast, man. I want to have you on the pod, man. Please. Please. Look at my brother asking questions. Hey, Funk, I think I'm supposed to ask you any questions, brother. Hey, I've sent you my email. Please, Funk. Hit me up on that email. We gotta have you on our podcast. We gotta have you on, man. And you're doing the same thing that I was doing to Ramsey. Man, I love you, man. I'm good. Love it. Oh, I'm in. He's in. Thank you. Wait, I gotta get your email, brother. I got it. Man, my man Funk, he's showing up, man. Man, guys, you got to know, man, I'm really honored that you're showing up, Funk, right now, because you got to understand, Funk Roberts, he's one of the OGs, just like Steve and all these, all these OGs back in the day. And I used to watch every video from Funk, and I love your personality, brother. I'm looking forward to talking to you. And, you know, I was always watching your stuff and how you were doing the exercises. We do it a little bit differently. That's why I'm really looking forward to have you on, brother, man. Oh, it's going to be awesome. That's awesome. Let's vibe to the, oh, look, everybody, concentric. I love you guys. Help me, guys. Doesn't look on the chat. Yeah. I usually use a 35-pound kettlebell. Most people, which is that, I think he's only done 3 of these. Yeah, with, you know, guys, with these live streams, you know, it maybe takes a little longer time. I'm actually pretty awake. I'm not tired, but hey, you know, it's a live stream. This is not the main thing that I do on the channel. This is just, I just love talking to you guys. Funk in the building, man. That's awesome. So yeah, I think that's it. That's it, guys. 2 swings or do swings or overhead presses help with chest development. Chest development, guys, when you're asking these hypertrophy questions, if you're asking, does a overhead press help with my chest or, you know, hypertrophy in the chest, I would say no. But with strengthening, of course, right? When it's all about development and building muscle, it's a completely different story. So, guys, so awesome. I love what you are doing. Honored. So awesome. Okay, I think I'm done. But hey, what are the 3 best kettlebell exercises for men over 40? Funk, that's your territory, right? But the 3 best kettlebell exercises, I'm giving my 3, and then I want to hear your 3. I think one of the best kettlebell exercises for men over 40 is the swing. Doesn't matter what variation, even though I like the hybrid version, right, where we're only hinging, and you're actually doing this, Funk. You're doing the hybrid version of a swing. I just slap a label on it, but I believe you're doing a hybrid version of the swing. Doesn't matter if it's hand-to-hand, single hand, or double-handed. Then the second, of course, would be a press. Anything that is overhand, right, to open up the upper body and do some upper body work. And then the last one would be a squat, right? It's just for the lower body and the quads development. So that would be a swing, a squat, and a press. So what are your 3 best exercises, brother? Oh, Narek, thank you so much for the $20 donation. So awesome. Great passion. Thanks for the knowledge and time. Yes. Okay, Funk, I'm waiting for your answer. And then we're done. And guys, I'm really honored to have my man Funk in the building and look forward to this podcast, man. We're both hyped. So I think this is going to be an awesome podcast, guys. Okay, and while I wait for my brother Funk to share his 3 exercises, I want to wrap it up. I really thank you all for joining. Thank you all for being a part of this stream. And let me show you this one as the last one. Do not forget, we have our hybrid style masterclass coming up. So you find the link in the description, sign up, so you will be the first to know. I've sent out 2 updates. So it's the 3rd week. Now, next week is the 3rd week where this thing is in development. And you'll get all the ins and outs of the course. And when you sign up, you'll be the first to know. We have over 70 people in that list right now, so make sure you sign up. We're only taking 20 people in the first week when the course releases. So maybe you're one of the 20, sign up. And of course, guys, you got to sign up for 90 days of kettlebells as well. But let me tell you, if you are opting in for the hybrid style masterclass, 90 days of kettlebells will be included in the masterclass, right? Just so you know. So if you're looking for a workout course only, 90 days of kettlebells, you find the link in the description. Check it out and let's see what my brother Funk said. Hardcore hybrid swing. I love you, man. Hardcore hybrid swing, heavy goblet squat, and Turkish get up. Oh, yes. Well, of course. Funk, you're so right. You know, I was thinking about the Turkish get up, but the Turkish get up is incredibly technical. Doesn't take anything away from it. Such a powerful exercise. But my idea would be, because it's such a technical exercise, I would use it as a general recommendation for people who are watching. Just do squat, press, swing, because it's so easy to do. But of course, swing, and if you go down that route, Funk, we would say swing and Turkish get up, and you're safe. Wow. Awesome. Maybe my 3rd would be a lying chest press as well for older men. Funk, man. Let me tell you, I'm really looking forward for the podcast, and I think you have a lot of great insights for people on our channel who are over 40, and I think we share some of the same subscriber base and some of the same categories of folks, because you probably have those people as well, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds who are looking for guidance. So I'm really looking forward to talking to you, Funk. Man, I really appreciate you showing up. So you're going to get an email from me right after the stream ended. Then we're going to set up the podcast. And make sure you put my email on the address list, because sometimes it lands in the spam, right? Just want to make sure that you get it. So guys, thank you so much for joining. And we had a guest. We had a really honorable guest in the chat. Thank you so much. I really love what I do, guys. It's even though we are living in crazy times, I believe in sharing value, helping out people, sharing love and passion and the power of the kettlebell. Because no matter what the ivory tower decides, if you are strong and solid with the kettlebell, you can take it anywhere. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to do anything. Just pick up your bell, go for a walk, and you're already ready. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I love you. See you in the next one. Peace out. Welcome to 90 Days of Kettlebells. 90 Days of Kettlebells is a kettlebell workout program that combines kettlebell training with simple and easy to follow nutrition coaching. It is designed for beginners who want to train with kettlebells, profit from a proven nutrition coaching system to get in shape and lose weight. This program is made for you if you are a responsible and diligent person who wants to discover the potential of the kettlebell and improve your eating habits to lose weight, get in shape, and become a lean, mean machine. This program is not for people who are looking for the magic bullet, an easy way out, a cookie cutter meal plan system, or a genie in the bottle. This program requires some diligent and hard work, and it's made for you if you are ready for it. We combine the best of both worlds in this program. The kettlebell, with its vast array of benefits that range from fat burning to muscle building while being easy on the joints, and scientific-based nutrition coaching that helps you build new eating habits that help you make better decisions, even after the expert left the room. We have been certified by kettlebell legend Steve Cotter himself personally in our gym in both the IKFF Kettlebell Coach certificates. We have also been certified by the world-leading and scientifically based nutrition experts Precision Nutrition as a level 1 and level 2 nutrition coach. This is actually what we do with our clients in real life on a daily basis. All the experience from the last 5 years that we have been able to gather is now put into this course. Now the program works as follows. You will do 3 kettlebell workouts per week designed for beginners in mind that gradually increase in difficulty. You will build 3 powerful eating habits that have proven successful in our nutrition coaching. The program lasts 12 weeks and will teach you the ins and outs of kettlebell training as well as building powerful nutrition habits. All this is accessible in our revolutionary e-learning platform that is part of the Lebe Academy. In the bonus content, you will get access to 30 days of kettlebells. That's actually another full-blown workout course. This is actually also the predecessor of 90 days of kettlebells. You will get 5 additional workouts, a 3.5-hour seminar with Steve Cotter where he certified us in June 2019, and this seminar alone is worth over $700 if you would do it with Steve in person. We'll also get a 2-hour interview with 11-time kettlebell world champion Denis Vasilev. You get a 1-hour video where we cover all the necessary exercises that you will need to do this program, and we will take you through it step by step. Another part of the bonus content is a video where we will teach you all the necessary mobility and warm-up routines so that your joints are ready to tackle the workouts. We actually offer this type of coaching in real life, and we call it the Fat Burner Package, where we offer 3 personal trainings per week with additional nutrition coaching along the way. All of the experience from this high-intensity coaching is now densely packed into this workout course called 90 Days of Kettlebells for 97 Swiss francs, and that's exactly 105 US
Click on the link below, either in the description or as a big blue button, and start your kettlebell journey now. 90 days of kettlebells is waiting for you to help you get in shape of your life for the rest of your life.